Freeview, it's time for another furious battle report with myself, the Spider, and this man here, Chef. How you doing, Chef?
I'm alright.
Yeah? You're going to go into stealth mode today.
Where's my hoodie?
You didn't have your hoodie, yeah. Your first mistake. Your stealth field is not active, sir.
Oh. Now I'm upset.
So today I am raiding from, I'm doing a real space raid, from the realm of Komara. The Spider has come forth, and we found you, Monkai, quite amusing because you thought you were being all cool and stealthy, but actually we've been watching you from the webway, and we're like, why don't we kill some space marines today? Yeah, we're the real emos here. So Drukhari are pretty emo, to be fair.
They are, yeah, they're quite depressive.
Yeah. So, okay, based on that then, I suppose we should go over these lists. Bit of a fun one today, because we've got some new reinforcements for our Obsidian Dragon.
Oh yeah, no, that's right, I'm running a fun list, and then you went, I'm gonna take 3 Ravagers and a bunch of Talos! Like, okay.
Do you know what, like previously, pre-Space Marines, I would have probably toned it down a bit, but now with Space Marines, like if someone says they're bringing Space Marines, I'm like, okay, let's play.
Yeah. I don't but there's me going like, I'm gonna run a really fluffy list. You'll see in the list. I'm actually very excited to run this list.
Yeah, and to be fair, I have toned it back a little bit. I've spent 4 CP before the game's begun.
You were saying to Bono, I might run 6 flyers, and he was just like,
it did cross my mind just for the spectacle.
And then I enter the office and I hear 6 flyers, and I'm like,
it's because it's because you guys on Freeview, you've not seen the 3 Void Ravens and the 3 Razor Wings together.
Have you not?
No.
I don't know why I'm asking you. Have they not?
No. And in fact, I don't even think I've run that because we've done quite a few Tacticas with Eldari in general.
You've
we've
usually
done
mixed
3
in
Razor Wings and 3 Crimson Hunters or 3 Void Ravens.
Yeah.
But to do a pure Drukhari, here's 6 flyers.
Witch Cult as well, test of skill.
Yeah. I mean,
wouldn't be helpful against my army, really.
No, mine's pretty fluffy, really. They're all the same cabal, and I've got the Spider's bought one of his homunculus allies today, and he's bought some pet Talos. What's up?
Let's do these lists. Come on now.
Okay, that's coming up next. Okay, so it's Raven Guard first. Here they appear out of the shadows. Not 2,000 points on the nose, I'm reliably informed. A disgrace, sir.
It is 1999.
An absolute disgrace.
It was incredibly difficult to try and actually make this list work in terms of points. So there's a lot of superfluous upgrades in here, guys, but it's for the greater theme, and I appreciate it. I hope you do too. We are running.
I think it's very cool.
So everything that is capable of being in this army either infiltrates or deep strikes.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Everything barring the suppressors is in Phobos armor, and the only reason why the suppressors I've included is because they were part of the. They're part of the. What do they call it? Start collecting set. The sneaky boy one. The sneaky boy.
The Vanguard? I think it's the Vanguard.
That's it. So they're technically part of the Vanguard, which is what this army is.
Incidentally, GW, will you please...
Oh, come on now!
Will you please release the suppressors as a standalone kit?
I want to run 3 units of 3. This army would have been amazing because I would
have a brigade there.
I would have done a brigade.
Yeah, proper stealthy brigade.
Oh,
really
it would have been
fun.
So good.
Yeah,
so good.
Really fun.
But alas, we don't have any, and we're not going to go out and buy 2 start collecting boxes for just those.
Well, the thing is, I could get those boxes and justify it because I'd use the rest of it for my Flesh Terrors. But the thing is I want the suppressors in my Flesh Terrors.
The suppressors in your.
So if I buy those boxes, I want to use the suppressors myself.
Yeah, which is a problem because I want to use them like right now.
Well, when
Rob!
But Games Workshop don't have the kits. You're not making the standalone kit yet.
It's fine. The money that we save on not feeding Rob,
yes,
we've got money for start collecting boxes.
That's true, actually.
Anyway, so today we have Raven Guard Successor Chapter. So they're maybe not the Obsidian Dragons today. They may be the Obsidian Shadow.
Ooh, very nice.
Which is kind of redundant, admittedly.
Yeah.
But still, it sounds really cool.
Yeah.
And Space Marines aren't exactly known for, you know, like logical naming conventions.
Yeah.
So we're running a dual battalion because I want a lot of CP. I'm not running a Chapter Master.
Oh, what?
Yes.
And you mean a Space Marine army without another Chapter Master?
Yeah.
But
well, I'll tell you why. One, because I want to use the CP on dropping bombs everywhere, because it's going to be fun. Two, this guy here, my captain, he's my warlord, he's going to be coming up on screen for you now. He is not Ancalagon, therefore he is not a Chapter Master. And this is not a Tactica, so I don't want to break the fluff of the army.
You're not G'ing it up, I understand that.
This is the 10th Company Vanguard. Yes. He has been sent on a covert mission. That is why he is here, so he's not the Chapter Master. So for the purposes of this particular mission, what the Vanguard have decided to do is go for their successor traits are Bolt of Fusillades, or however you want to say it. I'm sure someone will correct me. That gives me reroll 1s to hit on all of my bolt weapons. So he's kind of okay in the list, but I mean, everyone is pretty much packing a bolt weapon in some capacity. So everyone's getting reroll 1s to hit with their bolt weapons, which is pretty cool. And we've also gone for Hungry for Battle, which is +1 to advance and charge rolls. So I like to think of it more like, you know, they're not hungry for battle, but they're like, you know, they're on a full scouting expedition.
And it will be cool for your Reavers.
It will be helpful for the Reavers, yeah.
So even the Incursors, really.
Well, that's the thing. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I can do with this. Yeah. So we have. So he is my warlord. I have given him the Vanguard trait of Marksman's Honors. So this gives him +1 damage to his bolt gun. So it's damage 4 bolt gun. Pretty nice. Cool. And I've given him a relic. So I've spent a bunch of CP on, like, I've still spent a bunch of CP. I've just not spent it on Chapter Master. Yeah. So he has Korvidari bolts. It gives him an extra 6-inch range to his bolt gun, so it makes it a 36-inch range Assault 1 bolt gun, which is really cool. Can target characters anywhere, and he ignores line of sight, which is nice.
That's not nice.
It's great. It's really good.
My Archons do not like that.
Well, it's nice for me. So that's him. We have also then given... we then have, for my second HQ, we have a Librarian. The Librarian in here, he is just as he comes. He's a Phobos Librarian, of course. Powers-wise, I can't remember what I've given him. I think I've given him... They're the Raven Guard powers. I think there's one which is like -1 to hit and no Overwatch, very similar to the Gene Stealer Cult one, and I believe I've given him one of the Mortal Wound ones, but check the list below, it'll be in there. Cool. Go on to the troops. We have 3 units of 5 Infiltrators. I have spent 10 points on each to give them all comms arrays. So again, this is kind of like the superfluous upgrade. Obviously, it's better in a 10-man unit, but it enables them to use the captain's rerolls, which doesn't really help because of Bolt of Fusillade, but more importantly, the lieutenant rerolls, who is in the next detachment. So they always count as being in range, okay, which is cool. So that unit, as long as there's a lieutenant on the board, they're always rerolling 1s to wound as well as their reroll 1s.
Very neat.
Which is cool. Yeah. We then go over to my heavy support selection. I have 3 units of Eliminators. They're Eliminators, guys. They're super cheap. They're really good at what they do. Nice and flexible. A prime target as well, but at 72 points, you don't really care if they do die. No. And obviously, it's Raven Guard. Why would I not be running snipers? Fast attack, we do have the unit of 3 suppressors. Yeah, really cool. Does add a little bit of anti-tank punch, but more importantly, it's more about just denying Overwatch. True, that's only going to be against like the infantry units because you have to kill a model. Yeah. But if it protects me from a blaster coming in, why not? Yeah. You know, I'll take that. Yeah. And also, it's just helpful to kind of chip away at various vehicles as well, because there's still an auto cannon. They're not shabby.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah. We then have, in my elite section, we have 2 units of 10 Reavers. Really like Reavers. I know they're not amazingly good, but they're great fun. They fit the theme of the list because this is, you know, terrifying Vanguard unit. My go-to, I've said this before, I'll say it again, my go-to would be carbines, so then you start them on the board. You don't have to spend money on, spend points on grav shoots and or grapnel launchers to bring them into an effective range because you can just advance them up turn 1. Yeah. But they're modeled with combat, and to be fair...
Why are these big blades? They're not AP1, are they?
No, they're combat knives, so they are...
Yeah, but they're huge.
Yeah, I know. They should be something a bit special. But
like
that's the size of a normal human's torso.
Like these are basically like Rambo knives.
Yeah, they're more like machetes.
Yeah, are you telling me Rambo's knife isn't -1 AP?
Well, I am in turn 3 onwards. But I get extra attack for them, I suppose, which is pretty cool. And they pump out a lot of attacks. So they are equipped with their heavy bolt pistols, their combat knives. They all, both units have grav shoots and grapnel launchers. So again, kind of a superfluous points upgrade here, guys. But I didn't have anything else that would fit into this. And the grapnel launchers could be useful to just scale over buildings and ignore them that way. Obviously, the grav shoots gives me the ability to deep strike in. The grapnel would give me that to come on sort of outflank style. Yeah. But the grav shoot gives you the ability to appear anyway. So they've got the utility. Hopefully, the grapnels will come up and enable me to just kind of jump over terrain and not really care about it.
Yeah.
We then have 2 Invictor tactical warsuits, so a little bit of heavy support here for the lads, but it's fine because it fits the theme. They infiltrate somehow.
Yeah,
I love them. I think they're really cool.
They are really cool.
Yeah, so they've got a little bit of heavy support here, but it is, as you can see, a primarily infantry-based army. We then go over to my 2nd battalion. So we have 2 lieutenants in here. One with the Mastercrafted Oculus Bolt Carbine and his grav shoot. The other one with his combat blade and his heavy bolt pistol and his Reaver mask. Annoyingly, the fact that that model only comes with the normal backpack means you can't give him a grav shoot, which means he has to start on the board and he doesn't even get infiltrate.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which is just
He's
it's kind of frustrating because it's like you need to basically have 2 shooty guys. And I mean, you know, this army's not good in combat anyway.
It's a really cool model.
And he's such an awesome model, and you kind of go, okay, so the minute he puts on his mask, he forgets to bring his grav shoot. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating.
He's a really cool.
So it almost feels like a bit of a waste to give him to give him a warlord trait to enable him to do the infiltrate. But I don't know. I might spend a CP to just deep strike him instead.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll need to have a think about it during deployment.
Do you know what? I would literally just model him with the grav shoot backpack anyway.
Oh no, I would, but he wouldn't be able to use it without spending a CP.
Just because that's what I would.
Yeah, it's a tad frustrating because it's kind of like if they were the other way around, like the shooty guy should be on the board and be able to conceal positions, and the combat guy should be able to grav shoot him with his Reavers, but it is what it is. So we have my brain has gone to mush.
Ha ha! Ha ha! Mush brain!
No. So that's him. We then have a 2nd lieutenant. He's the one with the Oculus Carbine now. I have spent a CP for an extra relic and a CP to use a Raven Guard Relic because obviously we're a Successor chapter, so that's what we must do because we are not painted black and white. Everyone. So I've given him X Tenebris, so he gets a much better bolt gun. He's able to shoot characters, assault free, decent strength, good AP, bonuses to hit, ignoring cover. I think flat 2 damage. Like, you know, it's really good. It's a really, really good relic. And it's great in a lieutenant because you get the +1 to hit, so he basically makes him BS2, which is cool. So that is them, and then in my troops, I have 3 units of 5 incursors. Yay! I can drop bombs! Yes. So I spent 10 points in each for the Haywire Mines. Now, this is not a superfluous upgrade. This is really cool. Yeah. So yeah, you get to place at any point during your move from the guy that's holding the bomb, as long as it's 3 inches away from an enemy unit and 6 inches from another bomb. And then if an enemy unit moves within 3 inches of the marker, you can't target it, you can't destroy it, you just have to go past it. If you move within 3 inches, you roll a dice. On a 2+, you take D3 mortal wounds. If you're a vehicle, you take D3 +1. Because it's Haywire. Which is really cool. Really cool. So you put that on objectives. Now all of a sudden, if they want to hold that objective, they're going to take mortal wounds. You combo that with some Raven Guard abilities to booby trap objectives. So anyone that approaches it is taking like 2d3 mortal wounds. So it actually makes it quite difficult for MSU units to try and nab objectives. You can just pop them on there and go, I'm going to run off, and then go.
It is really cool.
I think it's really, really cool.
Really cool. Yeah.
So that's the list. It's $19.99. I have covered everything. Yes, I have. If there's anything that I have missed, it is in the list below, so always check it out, because invariably I always play these stupid kinds of armies where I do all this weird nonsense, and then I forget about it all. I'm not sorry. Yeah, it's
1999 points.
1999 points.
Okay.
It's all Phobos army, barring the suppressors, who are kind of Phobos in name only. I think it's going to be really cool.
Well, we shall see, Chef. We shall see. Because it is now time for the Drukhari. Okay, Drukhari fans, I know you've not seen these on Freeview for a while, although we've had a whole stint, about 3 bat reps films over and on demand on the website. So check that out if you're a subscriber. Oh, you stay there. But today is the day for Drukhari. This is 2,000 points on the nose.
I'll just leave.
That's correct.
I'll just go.
We are, look, it is, I mean, back maybe even like 6 months ago, people would say, this is a really strong list.
It's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good. I mean, yeah. It is pretty good, to be fair. I suppose in the age of Space Marines, we've had long discussions about this, especially in some games. We did a tactical game with Drukhari quite recently.
Yes.
Where I find Venoms really struggle to just even kill Space Marine units, Primaris units, especially if they become like Iron Hands, or even if they're not Iron Hands, they just have an apothecary nearby. The poison just doesn't do what it used to do. Having said that, I'm working on a lot of new units for my Cabalites. I just need to finish them off. I'm so close and yet so far, because then I can get onto my Flesh Terrors proper. But anyway, I've got a whole bunch of Raiders coming, which is really, really cool. You can see that I've updated the colour scheme a little bit. I've got yellow sails going on now, because I thought that works well with the yellow stripe. So I'm going to have a whole dark flotilla of Raiders, and then perhaps something much bigger to accompany them as well. The Spider's personal transport. Right, now, I just love the Drukhari. They're just so Sith.
I think they're very cool. Although, ironically, they're definitely not Sith.
They're not Sith, really, no.
Like, completely different philosophies.
They've lost the Force. They've lost because they don't have any Psykers anymore.
I think
because the Eldari are a bit Jedi now, with the path, the craft, path of warrior and everything.
Don't Dark Elder. They do have Psykers, but they're like Vex. Immediately killed.
Yeah, Vex does
like
not.
Immediately.
Yeah. Also, they've.
He's not messing around with any Slanesh.
Well, they're aware. Yeah. The problem is it attracts Slanesh, and the Drukhari have found their way. Yeah, that's why they don't have Spirit Stones. You know, but I mean, we are the true kin. Like the Eldar are just really pathetic.
Well, this is what the Eldar
Craft Welders are like. They're not even living. They're just sort of living some weird, disciplined. They're husks of themselves.
They're not. What isn't that a phrase? They're not. They're living, but they're not alive.
That's right.
Something like that.
Yeah. Whereas we enjoy all of the true pleasures of the universe. Anyway,
y'all need
now. Now we're going to have to talk about the pleasure of pain. Right. So what we've got here is a battalion, and we've got 2 spearheads. So the battalion is a Blackheart battalion. It is led by the Spider. He is the Warlord, because of course he has to be the Warlord. I have given him the relic, the Jin Blade, which is represented by his mecha tendrils. That's what the Spider has. He had them grafted onto his, probably onto his body, actually. I can imagine that they plug in a bit like in the Matrix. You know, like.
Oh, so they're not attached to him constantly.
No,
they're like battle gear.
Otherwise, how would he sleep?
Well, like surely with those, he would just like plug them into the wall, and he'd just like in like a little hammer.
No, they're replaceable, because this is clever technology. Because he knows that if one of them's damaged, it's much easier to just replace it than, you know.
I think he sleeps in a hammock made of his tentacles. Well,
the great thing about that statement is, Chef, is that you don't know anything about the Spider and I do, so I can tell you you're wrong.
Hammock.
Anyway, so he's got his mecha tendrils grafted onto him by a homunculus that he's hired to do it, and that homunculus is here today, but we will get to that in just a moment. We then have his second in command. He's got a blast pistol as well, because it's cool, right? Second in command, the Drakon, yet to be named, also has a Husk blade and a blast pistol. So those are my 2 HQs. Then I've got 6 units of Cabalite Warriors troops with a single blaster upgrade in each. A very, very sort of commonplace trick, although sometimes people use a shredder. I use a blaster. We have 7 dedicated transport Venoms with dual splinter cannons, and the Spider's personal Venom has Grizzly Trophies upgrade to make it 2,000 points on the nose. Perfect. And then also in that battalion I have a Slith, his loyal bodyguards, which will escort the Spider and the Archons as required. That's battalion number 1. We then have Spearhead number 1 from also the Black Hearts, and then we have a new Archon, which is a Dracon in this case. So for Drukhari, people that don't know the Drukhari fluff, Dracons used to be like the lesser Archons. They were like the Archon's lieutenant, and then they got removed because there wasn't a model for them. Hopefully that's something that will come back in the future, because that would be really cool, and it would flesh out the HQs. The HQs are a bit thin with Drukhari because they ended up splitting the army into 3.
Yeah.
So it becomes a funny one to run. Like there used to be like a greater homunculus and a lesser homunculus as well, and same with succubus. And
you used to also have chapter master was a completely separate profile. It wasn't a stratagem. It was you paid like 50 points for it.
Yeah. So
you didn't get any rerolls. You got a better profile. That was it.
That was it. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. So look. Anyway, in the Spearheads we have a female Dracon now. So hopefully a narrative coming soon will reveal what's all going on here. And she is leading a Spearhead of 3 Ravagers. It's your classic. It's triple disintegrator. She's got the Writ of the Living Muse. I've spent the CP for that additional relic. So she'll be not only giving reroll 1s to them to hit, being an Archon, but reroll 1s to wound in a 6-inch aura as well. It's a pretty competitive choice still. I know that a lot of Drukhari players competitively, although this is not a competitive match, are not fans of Chef thinks that I always bring the most competitive lists, and I really do. For me this is toning down. It's not that bad. You're bringing Space Marines.
Continue.
Like you say, anyway. So we've got. I know that some Drukhari players are not taking the Ravagers anymore because of the points increase the Disintegrator got. They're going for things like Razor Wings instead. Yeah, sure, I get it. I still think the Ravager is good. I actually think, if anything, that it didn't need the points increase, because in today's
Dark Lances just needed to go down.
Yeah, Dark Lances needed to go down, if anything.
Rather than make them the same points.
Because, I mean, this is what
you still probably wouldn't be running Dark Lances.
No, probably not, but at least you go, okay. So anyway, that's the Blackheart Spearhead. Then we have a Coven's Spearheads, a Homunculus with his Homunculus tools, and I've spent 3 CP to take an additional relic. See, I'm having a bit of fun. And I've given the Vexator Mask, because it's a Prophets of the Flesh detachment. To be honest, I don't really need to spend those CP against Chef. He's not running a serious combat-hungry army. But I'm taking it because that's what I would take, because it's also cool, and I pictured all these characters. There's an alliance of agony going on. It's all going to come up in a narrative. It's going to be pretty cool. I think that would be nice. So that's what he's got. We've got 2 units of 2 Talos with Haywire Blasters and dual Macro Scalpels, and we have 1 Kronos. And I think that's quite a nice fluffy little detachment, but strong as well. And that makes 2,000 points on the nose.
Very nice.
Pretty much the army does what it says on the tin. Oh. It's fast, it's a little bit shooty, and it's got a bit of choppy.
Yeah,
as well.
It's got teeth. It definitely has a lot of teeth.
Yeah.
And
it is quite strong. It's not weak, but it's not like ultra competitive or anything.
No, but I reckon you could probably take a list like this to sort of an event and do well with it. You might not podium with it, but you'll certainly do well with it.
It just depends how many Marines I play, basically. How many Imperial Fists I'd probably play. With ignore line of sight stuff really hurts. I find, because even with you've only got the 1 turn of the Devastator Doctrine now.
That's all you need sometimes.
That's all you need.
You cripple a bunch of the Venoms, or you get rid of the Ravagers, and you just kind of go.
Well, the problem is I can't even afford to have the Ravagers start on the board.
No, you'd have to Screaming Jets.
Unless I know that I'm going first, like in a 90C scenario where you know that there can't be Cs. I'd have to Screaming Jets them. And so that's pretty much all my decent firepower gone in a list like this in turn 1. Yeah.
Tough one.
And the Venoms don't really kill the Whirlwinds or the Thunderfire Cannons, and nor do the Talos in turn 1, so you're kind of like, oh. So look, that's that. I hopefully will have a very interesting game with these Raven Guards today.
Shenanigans for days.
Let's get on with these missions then. That's coming right up.
This is it. The mission is about to begin. It's the chef, and the forces are deployed. We have the forces of the Obsidian Dragons, in this instance Raven Guard Successors, deployed all across the battlefield, and I have to admit it is very cool.
It looks awesome.
That Raven Guard can do that. They just spread out across the battlefield here. All of those infiltrating units, very, very cool indeed. We've got eliminators up here as well. Nice foothold here on top of this ruin, trying to seek out characters in the Drukhari forces. Currently everything is within the bellies of this dark flotilla here. The characters, the Spider and his Dracons, the Slith and the Homunculus are in one of these Venoms. We've got the Ravagers, the Talos forward there, and of course the Kronos just behind them as well. Now, we are playing a Maelstrom of War mission. That's 6 objectives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way over here is number 6. It's just there. So I've got 6 objectives on the field. It is a build your own deck scenario. We are using disruptive signals from chapter approved 2019. So the way that this works is that the top 3 cards from your deck must be revealed to your opponents at the beginning of the battle round or beginning of your player turn, and your opponents can then choose to remove one of those cards and put them to the bottom of the deck, and then they will put the remaining 2 cards on top of the deck in an order in which they choose. So basically it's a way to curb what's coming, and I think that's quite appropriate because with Blackheart and the Agents of Vex and the Raven Guard, this is not just a battle of strength on the battlefield, but it is a battle of wills, a battle of the mind here between 2 tacticians. Very, very cool.
So why am I here?
So with that in mind, it's basically a normal Maelstrom of War game other than that. But we've got shenanigans afoot, very appropriate. So now I rolled off, and I did end up winning that roll. I've chosen to be the attacker. I've also subsequently just chosen to go first. Mr. Chef, do you have something to say about that statement, sir?
I do. It's called the Raven Guard automatically sees. Back in the day, they used to get a reroll on C's. It was very cool.
It was very cool. So are we
I'm rolling for a C's.
We're seeing a seize the initiative here, folks. Let's wish Chef the best of luck. I can see that a 1 is actually on the top part of the die there. Ominous. That's a 3.
That's fine.
Okay, so we do not have a seizing of the initiative. It was indeed the Spider, which makes sense. He's just emerged from the webway with his Dark Flotilla. There was absolutely no way the Raven Guard could have prepared for the terrible horror that is the Void Spiders. It's the Drukhari, turn 1, coming up next.
Turn 1 for the Void Spiders. Before we hit the movement phase, we have, of course, the objective cards to play.
Yes.
But given the parameters of the mission, well done. Don't worry, we won't look down just in case it's face up.
Landed face first.
Okay, that's fine. But what we do need to do is we need to look at the top 3 cards of the Spider's deck. And then I get to decide whether I want to rearrange them. Now, obviously, what's in his hand already, I do not know. I cannot affect.
Now you get to see these 3 cards.
So, Blood and Guts, Kingslayer, and secure Objective 1. Well, Objective 1 is there. That's almost a guaranteed point because he can move some Talos onto it. Or a Venom, or pretty much anything because he's pretty fast like that. Kingslayer, I'm okay with him having Kingslayer coming up. I don't mind that. Blood and Guts, however, potentially 3 units being killed in combat. I don't know if he'll be able to kill 3. He'll almost certainly be able to kill 1, if not 2, provided he makes... if I've measured it all correctly, it should be like 10 or 11-inch charges from the Talos, unless he's got some shenanigans, which he may very well do. He is, after all, the Spider. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard... not discard, you don't discard it, but I'm going to take Objective 1, and that is going to go at the bottom of his deck. We're then going to put them in order. We're going to do Blood and Guts, and then Kingslayer like thus. So that is the disruptive tactics done. And now, Mr. Spider, we need to see what actual cards you put into play.
Okay. So I am going to choose. I will have to have a little think here because there's a couple of things that I need. Oh, actually, no, I can do it on the go. I can do it on the go.
But can you, though?
I probably can. I probably can. There's no guarantee.
Shall we come back?
No. We'll keep it as it is. I'm going to play overwhelming firepower.
A good start.
I'm going to play because I can hide one of these cards. You see.
You can hide one of them. Yes. It's been a while since the Spider has played Schemes of War and Maelstrom. Normally, it's what me, Beard, and Bone play.
Area denial.
Okay, not a bad one.
I'm going to hide one.
Okay, so overwhelming firepower, area denial, and of course a mystery card. Overwhelming firepower, certainly doable. Area denial will almost certainly get the 1 point, but remember, with my infiltration, I definitely have units within 12, or at least I should do.
I think that would just be for the 1 point.
It will probably be for the 1 point there, unless he really powers up and starts wiping units off the board. In which case, I've got some bigger problems afoot.
Yeah.
So not a bad draw for the Spider there. We will be right back. At the end of his movement phase, let us see if I've been ensnared in his web. Like a swarm of angry piranhas, here come the Dark Elder of the Void Spiders. Slight addendum here, guys. I don't know what I was chatting about. I think I intended to set them up like 10 inches away from potential charges, but I actually didn't. It's more like an 8-inch charge.
Well, do you, for argument's sake, Chef? Because if when I saw you deploy, I was like, that looks quite close. Do you want to just push them back
No.
so that it becomes a 10-inch charge?
They're there now. It's fine.
But I mean, for the argument's sake, we could literally just go like that.
Well, no, because they're there now.
Yeah, but you wanted them to be 10 inches away.
I think I said I'd measured it to be 10, but they're not. They're 8.
You knew that I moved 8 inches, yes?
Yeah.
You saw me move them 8 inches.
I think I measured it up and then I kind of like nudged them forward a little bit anyway.
You did measure 10 inches from the rear infantry.
That's what I mean. So basically, everyone, I'm an idiot.
to notice this huge base, which is here.
I definitely knew. You're right there.
Well, I think what you've done is you've measured to your infantry. You go, oh great, but I put my back of my base in line with them, forgetting that my base is like nearly 4 inches long.
I didn't do it like that. I think I just moved them forward, thinking I'll take an 8-inch charge over a 10-inch.
Why don't we just?
I'm not moving them back.
You don't want to move. I've given you 3 opportunities. I don't mind you moving.
That's fine because you're going to roll double ones on all your charges, so I'm fine.
Well, I might not. The thing is
you might not need to charge.
Shoot you anyway.
Yeah, you might not need to charge. So it's completely moot. Anyway,
yeah.
Last little bit of housekeeping before we get on to the shooting phase. I have activated Stranglehold, so the Raven Guard specific one, as long as I have a Phobos unit, of which I have many, on the battlefield, or a scout unit if you're so inclined. Whenever the Spider spends a CP for the first battle round, I roll a dice on a 5-up, it costs an additional one, which is cool.
I mean,
I like that.
Depends who you're rooting for, I guess. So.
Well, everyone's probably rooting for you because...
No, they're not. I'm literally the villain of the channel. Everyone is rooting for you right now.
It's very, very debatable. The rest of the movement phase, we've consolidated our position around this objective here, as well as screening out any potential deep striking that would happen in the following turn. Not my next turn, of course. We've jumped out with the Sliff, and this is the Archon with the Writ of the Living Muse, yes. But of course...
She's yet to be named, but she is there.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's probably... there must be like... I'm sure there'll be like... someone will comment like the Latin name of what the Black Widow is. And now we're back. The Homunculus has jumped out. He did do an advance roll to keep pace with his creations, his toys, his pets, whatever you want to call them, in order to provide his +1 toughness buff. We've moved up again, as I say, with all of these Venoms here, looking to swarm into the centre of the board and establish dominant board presence. That's it for the movement phase. We'll be right back with a plentiful amount of shooting. This could sting a bit. I reckon this game could be decided very, very swiftly on both sides. These Talos here are going to start the shooting phase. We have 4 Haywire Blasters into this front Invictor Warsuit.
Yeah, so they are twin Haywire Blasters. So
that's why I said 4.
Yeah, exactly. So you get 43 shots there, Chef. Oh, well, the good news is that's only 4 shots.
Yay!
The bad news is 3 of those shots did hit.
That's fine.
And then Haywire goes off on 4s, of which I get 1 mortal wound.
Okay, and that's a
one
wound
save
in
at
addition.
-1.
Okay, I'm just going to go grab some dice. Probably should have prepared ahead there. So I've definitely taken 1 wound, and it's -1 you say, so 4 plus save. Okay, so I've taken 2 wounds. He is down to 11 remaining. Move over to this Venom. We have the Blaster going into this Invictor, and then the Splinter Rifles are going to go into the Eliminators on here. Looking to try and remove some sniper power that I have before we go into that Tactical Doctrine. Looking for 4s now.
Poison. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay, one of them takes a wound. One is down to 1 remaining. The Blaster.
Blaster. Dark Light.
Huzzah.
Miss.
Very good. This Venom here, same target in regards to the unit inside, of course, not the Venom itself.
Now, did you tell them, Chef, that I rolled a 2 on my... I did spend command point on Alliance of Agony, and I rolled a 2 to get 2 CP back.
No, I didn't, because I thought you were going to talk about it during your list,
Yeah,
but you didn't
forgot.
actually say that you were doing Diabolical Soothsayer, so I just presumed that you're an idiot. We got 1
That's a
wound.
wound there. Very upset
That's a
with
save.
me. Right.
Okay.
Blaster.
Excellent.
Yeah, classic.
Venom, same shtick.
2 hits. No wounds.
No wounds.
Blaster. Can we get a 2 again? No, it's a hit. this
Okay,
time.
very good. We can get a 2 to wound.
Tempted to re-roll that. I understand on a 5+ it would be double the CP.
That's correct.
Yeah, because that's just 3 blasters down. I want to get some guaranteed damage. 1, 2. Yes, I will re-roll that.
All right.
So do I, yes.
It
so
does
that means
work.
that I at least get some guaranteed
Yep.
damage here. Hopefully I just roll high anyway.
A
3, I'll take that.
Okay. How much CP does it cost you? It does cost you 2 CP
Cost me
to
2
do that.
CP. So
Not
I'm
bad.
down to 6 CP now.
Very good for
Do
me.
you have +3 wounds?
4th Venom now, or rather his crew. Same targets.
All 4 hit this time. 3 wounds.
3 wounds there. Here we go. Oh, does kill 1
Kills
on
1.
that one. So this guy here is dead.
Blaster. Dark Light Technology. No.
Fails. Ooh, they've whiffed on the blasters. 5th Venom's crew, same targets.
4 hits.
Oh,
4
very
wounds.
nice. 4 wounds there on my eliminators. Another one takes a wound. We are in cover here, so there is that bonus going on. The blaster.
Blaster.
Oh, Lawrence,
Yeah.
what's happening?
Well, it's kind of, I never get upset about it because I sort of expect them to not do anything. So you kind of just go, huh. When it does something, it's actually a breath of fresh air. You're like, yay!
The 6th of the Venoms.
Yes.
I think. Yes.
It is, yeah.
There's so many Venoms. The 6th of the Venoms. We're doing the blaster over here because we can see through the windows. Remember, this is normal game rules here, guys. And we are firing at these eliminators because we're just out of range of the ones in the centre.
Let's open with a blaster, shall we?
Ah, see, this is clearly where you were going wrong. That's a wound. 3 damage
damage.
again. So he's down to 5 remaining.
Just some people might not be familiar with Drukhari. It is a -4 AP rather than
Yes.
your sort of las cannon -3. So that's why he's not killing us.
You're trading the AP for a point of strength, basically.
Yeah, basically.
So, which is cool.
All right, so that went better.
Yeah.
I was obviously doing it the wrong
that's
way.
the way. That's the way to do it. Yeah.
To wound. 1 wound.
1 wound there. Saved on a 4.
All right.
These Talos now, again shooting through the window. We have Haywire Blasters going into this 5 wound remaining Invictor. That's better number of
3,
shots.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty good hitting as well. Oh no,
It's
they hit
about
on
average.
4s. They hit
Yeah,
on 4s.
yeah,
right,
yeah.
okay.
Um,
But
Okay,
that's
that-
4 plus.
That's 4 mortal wounds, but these become D3.
They do
mortal
indeed.
wounds.
So.
I'll just roll a D3
Sure.
now, because that might just kill you straight up.
And it does.
Yes.
Very nice. That is first strike. That is a point for overwhelming firepower. Is it and explodes? It's not on a 4, but one of my Invictors is slain, racked by lightning. With the crew done, it now comes to the Venoms themselves. We're going to start with this middle one here. We are rapid firing into these Eliminators.
Yes. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now this Venom here he is within 6 inches of my
Okay,
female
cool.
Dracon. So basically what that means is I'm re-rolling 1s to hit, and I'm re-rolling 1s to wound.
Okay.
Because she has the Writ of the Living Muse.
Ah, very good.
But I still miss with 5 anyway. And then to wound, I roll 2 1s, so I can re-roll those. So I've got 3 wounds there.
3 wounds. Okay. They are fine.
Cool. We'll just rinse and repeat this venom now.
Okay, is this one also within 6?
Yes.
Okay.
Now I hit with everything.
Good news, everyone.
Good news, everybody.
Oh dear.
And I can reroll
Okay.
ones. So I get 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds this time.
6 wounds. All right.
And might be poison.
One
So,
is
kill enough.
slain because he was only on 1 wound remaining. Do we know what we're doing next?
Right, now this one I don't think is in rapid fire. No, not.
Okay.
So I'm just going to fire the one which is nearest to you.
Sure.
Rapid fire into that one.
Okay.
3. There we go. So there's no rerolls on this one, everyone. I'm just trying my luck, really.
Yeah, pretty much. That makes sense to me.
That's 3 wounds.
3 wounds there. Take another wound. Wow, okay, fine. Unable to roll a 2-up save on these chaps for any...
Toffee.
Yeah, for toffee?
For toffee. You can't do anything for toffee. It's an old saying.
Well, you are old. Venom on the far flank is going to try its luck. Long range shot. 6 of them into this 1 wound eliminator.
No rerolls there, so just 2 hits.
Okay.
1 wound.
1 wound. Right. Okay.
I mean, isn't it typical? It's like I roll badly, I only hit twice, I should be hitting with 4 on average. Maybe 3, but it should be 4. And then I only wound you twice. Sorry, once. And you fail the save on a 1.
Well, I feel like I have to use a command reroll on that because
Really?
then that will be 2 points towards, 2 kills towards overwhelming firepower. And with all of these disintegrators left,
I do have 3 Ravagers left.
I know that,
Got
but
another venom there as
I
well?
know that, but it's about hedging my bets. You see,
Well, I have this feeling if you go for that reroll that you're going to roll a 1.
I probably will. I probably will.
You do whatever you think's best.
Let me think, everyone. You will notice there is no eliminator there. I did not reroll. Yeah, I kind of want to use the CP for other stuff. If I could preferably just not roll like an idiot, that would be good.
It would be extremely helpful.
It would be for me.
Okay.
Next up, we have which venom? This one here?
This one here. This
Okay.
one is within 6 inches.
Okay, and this is going on to this unit of incursors here.
because they're not in cover. So
That makes sense.
well, yeah, it's always when you get a reroll, you roll the number that you don't need. This is sort of one of those laws, really.
Okay.
I'm re-rolling that because of the living muse. But I did
Still
roll
6
above
wounds.
average. Yeah, 6 wounds there.
Wow, I'm rolling not very well today, guys. 1 is slain and 1 is on 1 wound. Now, same target, incursors out of cover.
No re-rolls on this one.
Not that you need them.
Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wounds. That was extraordinarily lucky on
Yes,
my part.
so I have 6 in my hand here. So 1 is killed, and then another 1 takes a wound. All right. And finally, this venom. Into the same target, you might be thinking, but how can he see? Because that point sees through the window.
Yeah.
I'm shrugging right now.
But it's also
You see
the
this, everyone? That's a shrug.
It's the underbelly of the gun as well, see? Just looks through the window.
Right.
See?
Here we go.
Okay, here we go. Now, no re-rolls.
Again, that's about right.
Well,
That's
maybe
average.
for me. 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds
4
there.
wounds this time. Okay, so we're balancing out a little bit on the average, but here's another one slain. Oh dear. And we've still got Ravagers to go. This one on the end is going into these eliminators. We're looking to get rid of all my sniper fire. Makes sense to me.
Right, re-rolling 1s here.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, your snipers, because you can kill my characters quite easily.
Quite possibly, yes.
Right, 3's to wound, re-rolling. Oh dear. Right, that is 7 wounds there, Chef.
Okay, -3.
It is -3.
So I have a 1-up save because I am in terrain with camo cloaks. So that makes it 1, 2, 3, 4-up saves here. They're 2 damage a pop. They are dead. I don't need to roll the 4th one. That is 3 dead. Overwhelming firepower has been achieved. Come over to this Ravager. Onto these eliminators. Removing all my snipers. It's very upsetting.
Yes, well, we can't have those Raven Guard snipers be around there, Chef. Because they're not very nice, are they? I don't think they're very nice. Re-rolling the 1s here. Rid of the living muse. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds.
Ooh, just dropped a dice. I'm going to grab it later. So 4-ups here. Okay, so 1 is dead, and the final save, so 2 are killed. I only have 1 sniper left alive. The middle Ravager, and then we can actually move on with some, you know, some combat maybe. That'd be fun. We've got 2 of the disintegrators going into these incursors here. You're getting rid of my bombs as well? It's very upsetting. And then the final disintegrator is going into the lone sergeant eliminator.
Yes. So 6 shots into the 2, rerolling 1s. Okay. And to wound you. 2 wounds,
2 wounds
1 for
there.
each of them.
-3,
Yeah.
so 6 up saves. They are dead.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't even get to drop a bomb with them.
And then 3 shots. Well, you do have some bombs left.
Yeah, but they're over there. I wanted to drop a bomb over here.
You've got all your Reavers in deep strike as
Oh,
well.
goody.
You remember that, Chef? That's 3 hits there.
Very nice.
That's 3 hits there on that lone sniper, the eliminator.
Ooh,
That's 1 wound and 2 ones to reroll.
Oh, yeah.
That's 2 wounds.
Okay, so 4 up saves here on him. He is alive.
Cool.
That's something.
Right, folks. Spider now. We're in the charge phase. My Talos have declared a charge against this Invictor Warsuit and the infantry.
Yes.
So,
we will
let's do this.
start with the infiltrators. Only 2 of them can see.
Yes.
But that is 3
Very nice.
wounds because they're infiltrators.
Yes, which is very cool. Talos. 2 loss. And that's 3 fails.
Huzzah!
Huzzah,
The luck is
indeed.
turning.
Power from pain.
The luck is turning.
So I've lost 3 wounds from a Talos. That's a good start.
That's a very good start. I needed that.
Yes.
We then go over to the thingy. That's what he's called. The thingy. The Invictor.
Yep.
The heavy bolter. So we can reroll that 1 because of bolter Fusillades,
Yes.
which is cool. Doesn't matter. We then have the Ironhail Stubbers. 3 hits there. They are not bolt weapons, so I do not reroll that. That is no wounds.
No wounds.
The frag launcher has 6 shots.
Very cool.
1 hit, and it is no wounds. And then the Incendium cannon has 8 shots
Very
there.
nice.
Their toughness is like 7, isn't it? Because of the
Toughness is-
homunculus. 2 wounds, minus doesn't matter.
6
Okay.
and a fail.
It's only damage 1.
Okay. Power from pain. No. So 1's down to 2 wounds.
I can accept
Well,
that on
that's good.
Overwatch. That's
I think
pretty
that's
good.
good, yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
Now to charge. 5, 6, 7, 8.
They're in.
They are in by a whisker.
Now we go to these Talos, into the infiltrators. There's no Overwatch now.
Talos. 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, in they go. I could have done with both of them failing, but never mind. So that will be a heinous amount of attacks. We'll be right back. Is there any more charges to do?
No more charges.
We'll be right back with the spiders combat. You can't kill them now. It's not the fight phase yet. Here we are in the fight phase. We're going to kick off with these 2 Talos here. We are using a stratagem called the Torturous Craft.
Yeah. So basically, 2 CP. It might cost me 3, because you might get a 5 up.
I hope so.
But it will re-roll wounds against you.
Full reroll wounds, very nice. And both of them are going to attack this Invictor. So let's see if it does cost you 3 CP. It does. Okay, so Stranglehold has well paid for itself here. I'm happy with that. So what? How many CP are you down to now?
I've only got 3 left.
Okay, so Vect is off the board.
Next off the menu.
That's nice for me because
As
I
it
feel
should.
like I might need all the help I can get. So we do have, is it 6 attacks each?
Yeah, because they've got
Ugh.
2 scalpels, they get +1. So I get 6 attacks sitting on 3s here. And then, yeah, re-rolling wounds. And my strength will be 7.
Very nasty.
Yeah.
So here we go. This is all of them on the Invictor.
So rolling to hits. Well, I miss with half.
So
Over
one of
half.
them has just completely whiffed.
So one of them's whiffed.
The
So
tables are
that's
turning.
The tables have turned.
So it's
So
threes
that's a
to
very
wound.
good start there, but it is 3s to wounds, and I'm re-rolling.
Okay, so you got another 2 there. Okay.
Wow,
so it's
okay,
4
well,
wounds.
that is a big old win.
That is a big whiff. Minus is 3?
The minus on macro scalpel's only 2.
Only 2. Okay. Those things are minus 2.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so 5 up save here. Alright, well I fail all
You
of
take
them.
8 damage.
So I
You're still
do
alive.
take 8 damage, but alive I am indeed. And we go over to these Talos now. I'm not interrupting, there's no point.
No.
So we have 12 attacks on to the... Wow.
Well,
there
these
you go.
guys did
That's
do.
what you wanted on the Invictor, really.
That's right. Now, these still are only strength 7, though, and no re-rolls to wounds. But we've done alright.
Alright.
3, 6, 7 wounds there at -2.
7 at minus
And
2.
they are damaged 2, so each one's a kill.
Okay, so we're looking for 5s here. No, that is the unit deleted. Wow, we've lost 5 units off the bat. Brutal, brutal stuff there. I will get to attack back with my Invictor. We'll be right back.
Right, so now he's going to hit me back. Could he well kill these Talos?
Potentially. Here we go. Hitting on 4s now, because I am degraded. 1 hit. Marvelous. What's your toughness?
My toughness is 7.
With
Because
the homunculus over there?
Yes, because the homunculus needs to be within 6, I believe. Homunculus is all the way over here.
So that's toughness 6 then.
Toughness 6, yes.
So 2s.
Yes.
Okay, it wouldn't have mattered either way. There's 1 wound.
Oh, I see. You're saying what's the toughness? Oh, yeah, I understand. Sorry, I know the confusion. 1 wound and 1 failed save.
3 damage.
3 damage. So power from pain. Yes, he is
Yay!
dead.
That's something.
Huzzah! Okay, so 1 Talos is slain.
Does he explode?
Does he explode? Indeed. No.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So interesting. So we've killed a Talos, which is okay. From the Raven Guard perspective.
It's very acceptable considering my losses that
It
turn.
is really, but unfortunately, you really did take a hammering.
I took a
that turn.
beating there.
I think a lot more of my poison got through than I actually anticipated it would, because I was thinking you'd just have 1+ saves everywhere, but you rolled pretty poorly, to be fair.
Pretty bad, yeah. I was losing a wound or 2 from pretty much every venom.
Yeah, so that was a big blow.
Yeah.
Also, obviously these being a little bit further forwards didn't help with the charge.
That's alright.
But, you know, at least I did whiff here, and you've killed a Talos in return, so that's something. Now, cards-wise, at the end of the turn, I have achieved overwhelming firepower for D3.
Yes.
I have achieved area denial for, still, I believe it is only the 1 point, because I'm pretty sure this unit is within 12.
Let's measure it up.
All right, I'm fairly certain it is within 12 there. If it's not, I'd be really surprised, but...
That's what I quite frankly.
I think the centre point is roughly around here.
Yes,
is it
just
right
on the
there?
edge there. Of
Yeah, that has got to be 12 inches.
Oh yeah, almost so.
Yeah, exactly. And then I will reveal my hidden card,
No!
which is Supremacy.
No.
So I've got 1 objective, 2 objectives,
No.
and yes, 3 objectives.
No!
So I get 2d3 points here.
Yes.
2d3, and I
Okay.
open with a 3, and then area denial puts me on 4, plus first strike puts me on 5 points.
Not
So
unrespectable.
not unrespectable at all. So I've got 5 victory points, and it is the end of my turn. It's now Chef's turn. Do you want to do the quick deck right now, where I will look at the top 3 cards from your deck, and I will do some disruptive tactics here. Sap their resources. That doesn't sound very nice.
Raven Guard ones. Very good.
Clip their wings behind enemy lines. So, D3 victory points for it if you control every objective marker in your opponent's deployment zone at the end of your turn.
Which there are 2.
Yeah. Clip their wings. Score 1 victory point for each enemy unit that is either the fast attack or dedicated transport destroyed as a result of an attack made by a Raven Guard unit. Oh, that's nasty. Behind enemy lines, score 1 victory point if you have at least one unit within the enemy's deployment zone at the end of your turn. If at least 3 units, you get D3. But you see, you get 1 victory point for each dedicated transport
Each
destroyed.
venom I kill, basically.
To a maximum of 3. I'll put that to the bottom.
Okay, so that's at the bottom of my deck.
Yes, and then I will put that back in this order.
Very good. Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to go over to Chef's turn 1. In fact, just draw. Now put your 3 cards in play if you would like.
Sure.
Because then we'll.
Go straight into my movement.
That's it.
We have Supremacy.
Oh, that's very nice.
We have Scour the Skies.
Oh, very nice.
And we have a Mystery Guard.
Okay, well, let's see what he does. It's his movement phase coming up next. Turn 1, Raven Guards, here we go. So, what we have are a false flights from the Invictor Warsuit. That's a stratagem, which means that he can fall back, still shoot, and charge. Very, very cool.
Yes.
So he's left that Talos there, and he's now supported by some Infiltrators over there as well. We have the Suppressors still ready to rock. They didn't move, they don't need to. They've got plenty of line of sight. So you still have the Lone Eliminator up there in the ruin, as well as the Lieutenant down there. That is, sorry, the lieutenant. That is lieutenant there in the ruin, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Lovely. Okay, over here we have incursors moving towards the central objective. Bombs, no doubt primed. We have the librarian supporting them, as well as this unit of incursors moving up into the ruin area here. The captain just behind them giving them the order. And then all the way over here, this absolute badass remaining on the objective. He's obviously got a very important mission. Perhaps it's something to do with the communications array here. They perhaps need to get a signal off off planet to let the Imperium know that the filthy Xenos have arrived. Over here, the Infiltrators have moved towards this objective. So we've got 1, we've got 2, and I'm sure that we potentially have that one as well, but also you've got this one for sure. So he's got supremacy, so that's a good start. So he's definitely back in the points game. Let's see what he can do with the psychic phase.
Yes.
That will be coming up in just a moment. This guy looks like he's having a little think about something. I wonder what he wonders about there in the battlefield. Perhaps he's thinking about having a ham sandwich. Or something like that. But turns out it's not ham sandwich that he's got in his mind. It's enveloping darkness, and he wants to cast it on this unit of 2 Talos here.
Indeed.
That would be no Overwatch for me, and a -1 to hit to boot.
Indeed.
So let's see what he can
do. It is
do.
warp charge 7.
Just on the button there. Just on the
Okay,
button.
goes off.
So that goes off.
And then a smite.
Smite.
So
Which will be on the venom, yes.
It's
That
a smite.
goes off too. So D3 mortals.
It is only
Just
the
the
one.
one. I get power from pain because I'm a black heart vehicle. Classic Lawrence. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 4 infiltrators kicking off against this venom here. -1 to hit because I'm a venom.
That's fine. I'm
Can
rerolling
reroll
that
ones
one.
because if you're.
My bolt of Fusillades.
That's it. So 3 hits there.
We're wounding on 5s. That's 1 wound. But we are rerolling that one because of their comms array and there's a lieutenant on the battlefield.
That's right. Yes.
2 wounds.
Very
No
cool.
minus.
No minus, so I do make that save.
And the second save.
Sorry, forgive me. And I make that save.
Very
also.
nice.
Okay, do you know what you're doing next, Mr. Chef?
We will go over to these incursors here.
Okay.
They are all in rapid fire range,
Yep.
which is good. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These guys ignore any to hit modifiers, which is cool.
That is pretty cool.
It's very good indeed because it helps me net an extra 3 hits there.
Yes.
Reroll the ones. Okay, very nice.
Okay.
5s to wound here, no rerolls for them. But it is still 3 wounds. Again, no minuses yet because we are in devastated.
I do fail 2 and black heart saves or power from pain. No, so the first 2 wounds go through. I'll just put a little 4 by him. Okay, do you want to move on to the next unit? Just because I'm assuming that there's some sort of
same,
method to the madness here.
Indeed, same
All
target.
Right. Yes, same target.
Okay, rerolling ones for themselves because of their bolt of Fusillades. Okay.
Nice. Again, ignoring the minus because they're an incursor unit. They're just
Oh, very
badasses.
good, lads. 4 wounds there.
4 wounds. Make 2 saves and power from pain. No, failed 2 of those. So that's 2 wounds left on that venom.
Right.
That's this flank pretty much fired in terms of the incursors and infiltrators. We'll come back to see what Chef does next. Infiltrators now firing at this venom here.
So,
2 hits.
right, well that's 3 wounds so far from their marksman carbines, and then I'm re-rolling the ones for bolt of Fusillades. Okay, but they do miss because of the -1.
Yes.
And then to wound. Okay, not bad. 6 wounds from them.
Brilliant. Okay, so 6 wounds here. I do fail 5. And then black heart saves. I do fail 5, so I've got 1 wound left on this venom there. Excellent work. Eliminator. Attempting to eliminate the 1 wound venom. Hyper frag rounds.
Yes, so it's D3 shots.
Shot here.
It is
2 shots.
Okay, so we're hitting on 4s. I'm re-rolling the ones because it's a bolt weapon.
Yes, exactly. Bolt of Fusillade.
Okay.
So he gets 1 hit.
1 hit. It's 4s to wound. No wounds. Okay, no worries.
Do you know what you're doing next?
We are then going to go over to the Invictor.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is
We are going to have a think. That's what we're going to do.
All right, let's do this. Split fire from the Warsuit. Basically firing at this venom, and
That's it.
that's it. Okay.
So we're going to do the Fragstorm, the Ironhail Stubbers, and the Heavy Bolter into this venom here.
Yep.
Because they're pretty much hitting on 6s,
Yes.
thanks to moving a -1. And the Incendium cannon is going into that one there.
Sounds good.
We'll start with the Incendium cannon. 8 shots.
Very good.
Get into my hat. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Okay, one
Seriously?
wound. One wound.
Seriously?
One wound. Okay.
Okay.
Don't roll a 6. Okay, thank goodness for that.
Unit inside.
Huzzah! That's first strike.
So that's first strike. So this is destroyed now. The unit survive. So
Okay,
I'll just pop
cool.
them out in a moment. And then I just want to resolve the fire from...
Yep, so the Ironhail Stubber, so these are hitting on 6s because I'm BS4 due to the
Yes.
degrade, and then obviously all the minuses. One hit there, it's 5s to wound, no wounds, and then the Heavy Bolter, no hits, and then the Fragstorm hitting on 5s, which has 2 shots, of which has no hits. Okay, that's fine.
All right, I'll remove the venom and get the unit out. 3 suppressors now firing all of their shots into this damaged venom, looking to get another kill.
Okay, we have
-1 to hit, so 2 hits.
freeze to wound hit. I am re-rolling the ones for the Lieutenant, fortunately.
Okay.
It is a wound.
Okay.
5 up timber.
Do fail that.
It is damage 2.
Damage 2, 6s. Yep, he is destroyed. Does he blow up? No. Unit inside. No, they will survive. Okay,
Very
cool.
nice.
The lieutenant levels his bolter and fires at the homunculus because. Oh,
You know what? Actually, I'm not going to.
No?
I'll wait until turn 2 when I start getting more bonuses to wound and things like that.
Okay.
So instead, what he's going to do, he's going to fight everything. I'm just going to check the range on this chap, actually.
That's his captain over there.
Yes.
He doesn't need line of sight.
What we're going to do is we're going to fire everything from this guy into the Ravager. See if we
Sure.
can weaken him. We might get lucky.
This Ravager here?
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay, we're rerolling 1 because it is a bolt weapon. That is all 3 hits.
Yes.
We are looking for 5s to wound.
No.
We are rerolling 1s for myself. That is a wound. It is -2. It is 2 damage.
Cool. Black Heart saves. No, takes
Okay.
2 wounds.
Then we'll go over to the captain, onto that same Ravager.
Okay.
So single shot from his Instigator. It's a hit. We're looking for 5s to wound. No wounds, sadly, and he's not within 6, so no rerolls for him. That
Okay.
is my shooting done.
Right. Well, no doubt there'll be a charge phase. We'll come right back.
And it is indeed the charge phase. Incursors are going into this unit of Cabalite Warriors here.
Blaster. Blaster. Ooh. So, do I use a CP to re-roll it?
Could be 2 CP.
Yeah, it could be, because it's still the first battle round. I'm not going to.
Okay.
Right, and then rifles. 2,
Use.
4, 6, 8. 2 hits. 1 wound.
Wound there.
Yay.
Fail, so 1 takes a wound on the way in. Do they make the charge? Yes, they will, because I do get a +1 as well, thanks to Hungry for Battle. These Infiltrators now onto this unit of Cabalite Warriors.
Blaster.
No.
Okay, and rifles. Rapid firing. 3 hits this time. 1 wound.
1 wound. Saves. Do I make the charge? I don't know what it is,
That'll
but
do it.
a 9 with my +1 should be enough. And finally we have this Invictor Warsuit here back into the Lone Talos.
2d3 haywire shots.
Are we rolling over here?
4.
4 shots there.
No hits.
No hits. Okay, do I make the charge? With the +1, yes I do, so back in I go.
All right, Invictor Warsuits. We're kicking off the fight phase here. Can he destroy the Talos?
One hope so. Not with that
2
roll.
hits.
2's to win though. It is 2 wounds.
wounds. Right. Do I make the first? Oh,
Very
that's
nice.
6. Okay, yeah, he definitely is okay.
Are you
Vulnerable
interrupting?
Saves. No, I am not.
Alright, so we'll just pile in over here then. So we will have the full complement of attacks. So I need to check their stats because we've not used them before.
Sure. All right. Right. Let's do this. We're doing these in curses.
Yes, so they're paired combat blades. A 6 to hit does 2 hits,
Very cool.
which is pretty cool, especially when you roll like a donkey. So that's 3 additional hits there. Tesla blades is basically
That's
what
it.
they are.
That's it.
Freeze wound. Okay, that makes up for it a bit. No AP though.
Okay. So
The giant combat knives, which are longer than your arm, have no AP.
that's 10 wounds.
10 wounds, 10 saves to make.
8, 9, 10. Okay. So only passed 2, and I need to make an incredible amount of 6s here. Power from pain. Do make 3.
Nearly.
Nearly, but the unit is wiped.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. Do you know what you're doing next?
Well, it's just these incursors here.
Okay, so
So
it's
again,
gonna
we'll pile in. So we'll just move him round and round and there. He would have actually been more like there, guys, because he was equidistant there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, and the champ as well. No extra abilities for them in combat, but not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all indeed. And then it is priest wound. And we are going to re-roll those ones because of their comms array, which is a nifty little rule, actually. I quite like it. For 10 points, it's not a bad little upgrade.
No, it's cool.
Worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 saves on them.
Again, alright. Again, I only rolled 2. I would need to roll very well on 6s here. That unit is... Okay. Oh, no, the unit's alive.
Yep, you have one guy left.
Oh, okay. Crazy.
Okay, we've just done the consolidation here. We have tagged that guy in combat there. It's I know obviously he's got fly, so he's not exactly going to be pinned down, but it's more about getting closer to the objectives. This list is about the board control. We do have attacks back, of course.
Tell us. Okay, 4 hits.
4 hits. Remember, it was the other unit that was enveloped with the darkness.
Yes. That is, but
It's 3 wounds.
I'm just going to check that I am strength 7.
You are strength 7 because your macro scalpels give you +1 strength, I believe, and your strength 6 base.
You're right, I'm very rusty with the coven stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll roll the 3 saves because I need
it's
5s.
Yes.
Okay, so I saved 2 of them.
So that would be, it's -2.
It's -2, yeah. I've got a 3-up save, so I saved 1 of them even.
Well,
I failed 2 of them is what I meant to say, but I actually didn't say
That's
it.
4 damage, he's got 1 wound left.
1 wound remaining.
And I don't believe that the reroll wounds is still in effect. I'm pretty sure it's for that phase.
I'm pretty sure it'd be for that fight phase, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that is that. Then the side rights.
Side right has 2 hits. 5 to wound here.
1 wound.
1 wound on the infiltrators.
Wow.
Of course.
Okay.
So she shanks 1 in the side, 1 is still alive. You then have the venom.
Yes, 2 attacks. 1 hit.
No wounds. Okay, so I'm just going to mark up the wound, and then that brings us to the end of the turn. Points-wise, we got first strike, which is nice. We got Scour the Skies. We have Supremacy, and the mystery card, no prisoners. So I did kill 3 enemy units, because I killed 1 venom, 2 venoms, a Cabalite unit. There's also a morale check to make for that Cerebite, because she lost 5. She
would be dead.
So technically I killed 4 units. I was kind of hedging my bets a little bit to go for the 6, but I'll take the D3. Yeah. So we do have 2 D3, as well as Scour the Skies. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 3 points, 4 points, and 5 points.
That's 5 all, Chef. That's 5 versus 5.
Here we are at the beginning of Spider's Battle Round 2, or rather our Battle Round 2, and Spider's Turn 2. So we're just going to do the disruptive tactics for you live. We have 1 card, we have 2 cards, we have 3 cards. And they are Defend 6, Death by 1,000 Cuts, and Defend 1. Okay, well Defend 6 is this one here. Number 1 is this one here. Certainly doable. Certainly doable indeed. And Death by 1,000 Cuts is at least 1 model was destroyed from at least 3 different enemy units during this turn, or if it's 6, it's D3. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units on the board, some of which are already wounded. So Death by 1,000 Cuts can go to the bottom of your deck.
No.
And Defend Objective 6 and Defend Objective 1 we're going to put like so.
Okay, well I'm going to play some cards now, Chef.
So now you can play your cards.
Now I'm going to play some cards now.
Come on now.
Right, I'm going to play Blood and Guts.
No.
Yeah. I'm going to play
Spider carefully thinking here. The
Hidden
tactical nonsense that is his mind.
And I'm going to play Mission Critical Objective.
Okay, so what is the mission critical objective? Number 4.
Which is, incidentally, this one here.
Good news, everybody!
Well, you are holding that already.
Yeah.
So that's only the 1 point, but it is 1 point. At least it's not the D3 because I wasn't holding it at the beginning of this turn.
Sure.
But not a shabby turn of events there, because we do, of course, have a unit of Talos which is able to do some combat. Probably this Talos to finish off in combat. And, of course, in this Venom here, we have a whole bunch of characters. The Spider himself included. I suspect he will be making an appearance.
Oh, yes.
That will be his first and last mistake. Turn 2 movement phase 4. The Drukhari has now been completed. And we're just swimming around, circling like sharks. Knowing what we have in terms of blood and guts, the Talos have come out to play. Bearing down on my incursors. Maybe I'll have a chance to drop a bomb this game. Maybe not. I didn't want to last turn because it was a bit... I was just a bit out of position. Over here, these Venoms have come forward looking to bring their fire to bear on this unit up here. The Kronos and the Homunculus have come to support in the centre. This Venom pulling up the rear, probably as a cheeky little escape for the Homunculus next turn when he wants to get out of dodge. We've remained locked in combat with this unit of... with this Talos here and the Invictor, looking to finish him off next in this turn. And as expected, the Spider himself and his lieutenant have jumped out of the Venom, who has nipped behind here out of line of sight in order to deal with these foolish monkey that dared to touch his personal transport, whilst his other one's in the shop, getting repaired and built. The Sliff has stayed alongside this female Dracon here, who is providing her aura buffs to the Ravagers, who have held pretty much central, just lining up shots in good positions across the board. That's it for the movement phase. I have a feeling this will be yet another horrific shooting phase. Let's see what the Drukhari shooting phase will begin with this Venom here into these Infiltrators here. I was just saying to Spider, it's 12 shots, so I've got an 8 dice ready for my saves, because it's him. Are you rerolling ones there?
I don't know, actually. I might have...
Let's check. Because remember, you're measuring to that wingtip that's in the corner.
Yes, that's true. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, quite comfortably, actually.
Yep, so reroll those ones.
Okay.
Okay, 11 hits, everyone, out of 12 shots.
Now, I know it's...
Forced to wound.
It's only 5 wounds there, Chef.
Okay, so I'll just put 3 of them to the one.
Chef sort of... you expect
I
to
expect
roll double the average, don't you?
Okay, so I do lose 1 who was on 1 wound anyway. Well, no, to be fair, what I expect is you to roll 10 dice and you somehow to get 11 hits. Come to the characters now. Blast Pistol's going into this unit here.
The Dracon. He hits. The Dracon. He wounds. No save.
No, it's
-6
minus
damage.
4. One is slain.
One is slain.
The Spider?
The Spider. He hits on a 2. The Spider. He wounds on a 4. The Spider. 6 damage.
The unit inside this Venom, rapid firing and the blast into the Incursor unit.
Yeah.
We will obviously start with the rifles, because there is a guy on 1 wound remaining.
That's right. What, 2 wounds?
2 wounds there. Okay, it does kill the one that was on 1 wound. The blaster. It's a hit. It is a wound. There's no save, of course. There's another one slain. Kronos now is firing his Spirit Siphon into that Incursor unit. It's 4 shots. Is it 4 hits or 4 shots?
It's 4 hits, because it's like a flamer, I believe.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, it automatically hits.
Okay,
Strength 3,
cool.
So it only wounds you once. It is -2.
But that is...
It is a 6 and it's D3 damage.
That is D3 damage. So -2, you say?
Yes.
Save, I say.
No problem at all.
The middle Ravager is going to fire into the Suppressors, all of his Dizzy shots now. We're rolling over there, very good.
Chef might have said some nasty things to me.
I didn't say anything off camera.
Didn't you? Yeah.
Freeze to wound hit.
Said some nasty things, didn't you? Right, it's 3 wounds and then re-rolling ones.
Yep.
Okay, 3 wounds.
3 wounds there, -3. I'm into range, so 5 ups. I save 1, but 2 are killed because of damage. This Ravager on the end now, real split fire. We've got 1 Dissy into the Eliminator, the next Disintegrator into the Suppressor, and the third one all the way over here into these Infiltrators.
Yeah, so first into the Eliminator, re-rolling ones, 2 hits, re-rolling ones, he takes 2 wounds.
2 wounds, 4 up saves here. I am gonna, I'm gonna wear it, I think.
Yep. 3 shots into the suppressor.
1 hit.
One
Here's a
wound.
wound. 5 up here. No, he's also dead. Annoying, but not unexpected.
3 shots into the fresh unit. 3 hits. Rerolling 1s. 2 wounds.
2 wounds, but -3 here, so 6s. No, 2 of them are slain as well. Really being whittled away. Problems. Still got more to go, of course. We have Venoms. The crew inside specifically, starting with this end, and this is all into this unit of incursors up here. So it's 4 still in now.
That is 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
4 wounds, sorry.
4 wounds, you
Yes.
say. Okay. I am fine.
Cool. Blaster.
Misses.
Same again.
Rinse and repeat.
Yep. Infantry unit.
Okay, good hitting there. Good
4
wounding
wounds.
again.
Oh, get into my fingers.
One of them takes a wound.
Blaster.
Hits. Wounds. I do have a 6-up save here. Hey!
Hey!
I pass a save.
Well done, Chef. Then the same infantry unit.
Yeah.
Rifles.
Okay, the luck is turning.
2 hits.
It always seems to turn on like the last 2
It
bits.
does, yeah.
So,
Blaster.
you know. Yay! Not the Venom itself. Same targets.
Yeah. 1's on 1 wound. We hope we can.
Dude.
3 wounds.
3 wounds there. Okay. Okay, they are fine because of cover,
Okay.
fortunately.
Venom. Okay. 3 wounds.
Again. Okay, so 1 is slain.
And the final venom. Four wounds.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I am fine from the venom. This venom now is going to fire into the incursors in front of him, just looking to soften them up and ensure the blood and guts.
Yeah.
There's no rerolls.
Might-
Oh no, you'll have a reroll of 1 because you measure to the wingtip. Because
Yes,
yeah,
that's correct. Yeah, so 1 reroll. Okay, and then 4s, rerolling 1s, Spirit of the Living Muse.
so 5
5
save?
wounds.
5 wounds there. The final row of the Ravagers, and I believe pretty much the end of the shooting, barring these Talos,
Yeah.
into the Incursors. Everything going into them.
Everything. Can't reroll 2s. Do get that.
So 5 hits there.
3s, rerolling 1s.
Okay, 4 wounds.
That's 4 wounds, 1 for each of them. I will actually use a CP
Sure.
to reroll another.
Okay.
No. So I've got 2 CP there.
Alright, so it's -3, so 5 up saves here. Okay, one of them is left alive, fortunately, but still very weak. Talos now into the lone Incursor.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shots.
Okay, so we're hitting on 5s thanks to Enveloping Darkness.
3 hits.
Okay, so it wouldn't have made any difference anyway.
2 wounds, so
Two
-1.
wounds. -1, so 3 up saves here. They are fine.
Cool.
Is that your shooting done?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Okay, we do have some charges to do. We'll be right back. Charge phase will kick off with the Dracon into the Infiltrators, so I'll just do the overwatch quickly. We are rerolling 1s for themselves. Okay, that is 1 wound because they're Infiltrators.
Oh. Hey.
Yay! At least I knock off the Shadow Field. That's quite nice. And he can't really fail that charge on a 7. In he goes.
Put him here.
Do you know what you're charging with next?
Yes, the spider. Just
The
go
spider.
straight in.
Yep, in
Cool.
he goes. Do we know where we're going next?
Then we're going to charge the Talos
Mhm.
into here.
Do you want to charge with the Homunculus first because
So
I can't
ignore the
overwatch him?
Yeah.
There you go.
Donk.
Not that I would have killed a Talos, but again,
No,
looking at what I did
yeah.
over there and did 3 wounds,
Then
you know, you never know.
Talos move in. 5 inches. Like so.
Because they can, of course, fly,
Yep,
so they can just
so.
zoop over.
Kronos will also charge because he can.
Why not? Yep, absolutely.
Okay, and then
Right, so you've got one guy left alive there.
I do.
Charged with venoms or not is the question. No, we'll leave it.
Oh, that's very kind of you. With
Thanks.
my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 models left on the board. Spider will kick things off.
Yep, 7 attacks. They all hit. He has Hatred Eternal. This is his Gym Blade.
Yep.
He rerolls to wound. He's strength 4 currently.
Okay, very nice.
Just as well he rerolls
Yes.
to wound. That's 4 wounds.
4 wounds, and it's -3 to Gym Blade,
Yes.
isn't it? Okay, so 6s I'm required. Okay, I passed 1. So it's
3 damage.
D3. Okay,
So the first one does.
Yep,
he's
and
dead.
then the second one's dead because of the carryover. So that is definitely 1 point for Blood and Guts.
Okay.
Goodbye, Infiltrators.
And now we go over to the Raven Guard. He will interrupt.
Yes.
1 wound Warsuit. See if he can hurt this Mr. Talos.
Needs to try and do something.
Mr. Talos.
He hits you 3 times.
That's pretty good.
Looking for 2s.
2 wounds.
Can't kill him. I'm going to CP reroll that. Okay, it's 3
3
wounds.
wounds. Okay, I had 2 dice in hand. I've passed
Okay.
2 with Prophets of the Flesh and 3. All 3 saves passed there. It was a valiant effort.
Have to try.
I now hit back with 6 attacks. Rolling 2 hits. No minuses here, and that is 5 hits. And then rolling 2 wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds.
He is
He's
dead.
gone. 2
Does
damage.
he explode?
Pop. Does he go pop? No, he
Okay,
implodes. But that's the second unit killed with Blood and Guts.
And now the Talos on to the Incursors. Remember, with Enveloping Darkness, we're hitting on 4s. Okay, help me for 1 hit. Never mind. Freeze to wound hit.
All wounded. And I think they could reroll 1s because of the Kronos there as well.
If you've paid for the upgrade, yes.
Yes.
Sure. So it doesn't matter because you wounded them
Oh,
all.
anyway.
Oh, just kills the 2 of them, just with the -2, but that is another unit of Incursors slain. That is D3 for the Blood and Guts, and that is the end of the turn. Let's have a look at these cards.
Okay, so I've got D3 for Blood and Guts.
Yes.
I've got 1 for Mission Critical Objective.
Yes.
And I also have Objective 5 there as well, which is held by this one.
Okay, so we do have 1, 2, and D3 for Blood and Guts.
Mr. Chef, it's the 6.
Okay, so 5 points there, putting you on 10.
Ooh.
Ouch, a brutal turn there. I've pretty much got 1 turn left because the rate the rate of firepower that's coming in, guys. I basically just need to get ahead on points now.
You need these Reavers to do something real special.
I mean, they need to really power up. I mean, we'll see what they do, but I mean, I don't hold out much hope.
Okay, this is it. By the way, I did just roll 5 on my power from pain for the Dracon. Lost the wounds with the Shadow Fields. And also, must roll for the Spider's Gym Blade. On a roll of a 1, I take a wound. I do not.
Okay.
Okay, what are you doing?
So, you need to pick these cards.
Yes, reveal those 3 cards to me. Mr. Chef.
Assassinate.
Yes.
Overwhelming firepower and priority orders received.
Okay. Something only your Warlord can achieve. Overwhelming firepower and assassinate, killing a character, killing 3 or more. I mean, you could get that. You could. I'm going to get rid of assassinate.
Okay, so that goes to the bottom of the deck.
Yep. And then I will put these 2 back in this order.
Okay.
Done.
And now my cards themselves.
Okay.
So we have sap their resources. We have behind enemy lines, and then we have I don't know. We then have a mystery card.
Okay. Very cool. Well, let's see what he does. It's got some plays here. Here we go. Turn 2 for the Raven Guard, and the Reavers have appeared, ready to strike terror into the forces of the Drukhari, just when the Drukhari thought they had the upper hand. Over here we do have another unit of Reavers, looking to see if it can try and get a kill perhaps on the Dracon, but obviously there was a little bit of screening here with the Venom and this Talos. But he's got some plays, so we shall see how that pans out. Meanwhile, over here, the single haywire bomb has now been deployed. Huzzah!
I had to drop it now, guys.
He did pass his morale as well, by the way. Did that off camera. The captain's still hanging back here, but we do have the lieutenant over there, and we do have the librarian also moving forwards. So Chef doesn't really have too much, and this game has gone in a way which I wasn't quite expecting. I think my first turn was pretty nasty. My second turn was pretty nasty. And now it's going to be, I think, an all or nothing turn for the Raven Guard. Let's see if they can get back in this game. Let's see what he can do. He's got the psychic phase, and that will be coming up in just a moment. Shadowstep is being cast on the lieutenant over here.
Yes, it
6,
is.
7, 8, 9. Yes. Okay, so he's going to be picked up now. Do you know exactly where you're placing him, Mr. Chef?
I do.
Yep, over there. Very cool.
And I'll measure him to be inches.
Okay, cool. Do you just want to do your other power? Do you know what you're going to do? Or do you want to come back to him?
That's 9 there. Just measure to the tip.
Okay.
My other power is going to be a smite.
Smite.
So it'll be on the
Yes,
venom.
on the venom.
It is a
Goes off.
smite.
D3 mortals.
I'll actually roll that. It is
2 mortals. Black heart saves. Yep, 2 wounds down on the venom. That's psychic done. Let's get into the shooting next. 10 pistols firing at the venom in the ruins here. In the shooting phase. So -1 to hit. No ones there. They would be able to re-roll the ones.
They would. They're bolt pistols.
Okay. And then to wound, he needs 5s and 6s. Gets
Okay.
4s, 5s and 6s. 4, 5s and 6s. We do. There's no minus on this, is there?
They are heavy bolt pistols, so they are -1.
Okay, fantastic.
I'm going to double check that. It's been a while since I've used Reavers, but I'm fairly sure that is the case.
Okay, well, in which case 2 invulnerable saves have been made with our
Heavy bolt pistol,
shields.
yes, -1.
Fantastic. You're now, of course, in tactical doctrine as well.
I am, yes, so I have to be now.
Yes.
But obviously that doesn't affect pistols.
No. Okay, cool. Do you know what you're doing next? Is this guy having a shot? Feel no pains, of course, yes. Nope, so he takes 2, and then...
He'll fire his pistol.
Or he takes 1, rather, I should say.
He hits, and he also wounds.
Okay,
Because,
and
again,
do I make a save? I do not. Can I make a feel no pain? I can. So okay, so I've lost 1 wound there because I did in fact make 2 night shield saves before. Okay, 1 wound down, 5 wounds left there. Crack grenade from the librarian into this venom.
It's a hit. It is a wound.
It's a wound.
-1.
It's a failed save.
It is. 3
It's
damage.
3 wounds. 6s. Yes, 1 wound left.
Okay,
Excellent work from the librarian there.
He's angry.
He is. Okay, so what we're doing next?
We are then going to go over to this incursor here. He's going to fire his bolt carbine into the venom.
Okay.
1 wound. That is 1 hit. That is no wounds.
No wounds.
Strength 4.
Okay.
Okay, they advance, so there's nothing for them to do.
Okay, that's this unit here because they're trying to go for this objective and hide. Reavers.
Indeed, we are going to fire pistols at... Did I measure that correctly? I did not. I need to be further back because I measured to the tip.
Okay.
Ignore me, everyone. So technically they would be dead if you're playing against that guy.
Well, you're not, and they're alive.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Mr. Free Ravagers? It's a fluffy scout army. Okay, what we...
I have to admit, I think I miscap because whenever
You
someone
definitely
says Space
miscalculated.
Marines, I'm like,
You panicked.
Space Marines?
Yeah, you panicked.
Yeah, I
I
think
love it. Your instinct was to go for 6 flyers. Can you imagine that game?
I've got nightmares of like Centurions and you know, Leviathan Dreadnoughts and all these Space Marine things, and actually you have bought a really nice fluffy army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy
Okay,
bolt pistols into that venom.
Yes.
So I'm re-rolling the 1s for their bolter Fusillades. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. 5s to wound. Okay, that makes up for it. 2 saves at -1.
Okay. I make both of those there,
Okay,
Chef.
that's
okay.
fine.
Fair enough. The lieutenant over here will be firing all the way over here at the homunculus.
Indeed. Okay, and re-rolling 1s because it's a bolt weapon. They'll hit. His toughness
5 because of his own ability.
So 4s to win because of the +1. Okay, 1 wound at -3. You have a 4 up in bum.
Yep. And I do fail it though.
It is 2 damage.
And powerful pain. I make 1, so he loses 1 wound, the first. So he's got 4 left. The captain now will be firing at this homunculus here.
He hits.
Oh yes, he very much does.
He doesn't wound.
No.
Because it's only strength 4,
annoying.
even with the +1.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Chef.
at this point, I'm going to re-roll it.
Yes. Oh, the same thing!
We come to the start of the charge phase, and this venom here has been declared the target for the Raven's Bleed. So as long as they're the only target of the charge, Raven Guard units get to re-roll the charge dice against them, which is cool. So I have to re-roll the dice, not re-roll one or the other. Like I have to re-roll both, and I do have the +1 as well, but it does give me some reliability, which is nice. We do have some Overwatch. We are going to start with the Reavers into that venom.
No hits.
Marvellous. So remember with the +1, I'm looking for an 8 here. That's an 8.
Yay!
Fantastic. And then we're going to charge in with the lieutenant into the venom as well. Same target, only that target. Didn't need the reroll, but the reliability was there, and it was also quite important because now I'm getting lots of points. These Reavers into this venom here.
1 hit.
Reroll once. The Archon.
Okay. 1 hit.
Okay, 1 hit.
No wound.
No wound? Okay. The charge. Nope, they don't make it. That's okay. It was just looking for a little bit of a bonus damage, which quite frankly, I need all the help I can get right now. We do have some more charges, but I need to carefully ponder what I'm going to do. The Librarian now, he is angry. He is annoyed. He is charging the Homunculus. Now, I do need a big charge here, guys, because I'm only declaring it on him, because I don't want to fight the Talos. So in order to get to him and not be within an inch of the Talos on the Cronus, I kind of need to be like round here. So I need like a 9 or a 10, whatever it might be.
Splinter pistol.
Now,
No.
the charge. That's an 8
it's valid.
+1. Let me just measure this up. 9 was enough, so we went 8 inches and then an inch around. Bang, to the side, not finishing within the inch. Very nice.
Very cool.
We then have the Incursor.
2 hits.
So he's charging this venom, by the way, guys.
Yes. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Maybe this was a mistake. Oh, nearly a mistake. He has 1 wound remaining. Again, can't really fail this charge. 7. We'll just move him to there. That is it for my charging. We'll be right back with some combat. Idiot. I'm thinking of like some real older editions. I don't know why. I do this from time to time. I kind
What
of go...
happens when you play lots of different versions? of the
In
game?
like 3rd edition, you could do something like that.
Yeah.
You could go past models to get to someone else. You didn't have to... What I would have needed to have done would have been declared the charge against the Talos and then use him to leapfrog. But because I didn't declare it, I'm not going to retroactively go back and do it now. I've made the mistake.
Did you want to declare the charge against the Talos as well?
Well, the thing is, because now that I mean, knowing that I would have... Because you don't have to do the charge. I mean, I probably would have done if I'd have actually, you know, read the rules properly.
Well, would you have charged the Talos though?
Knowing that I needed to do that to finish to get to the Homunculus, then yes, I probably would have done.
Then that's fine. Just
Well, then do your Overwatch. Okay. So he will go back, provided that he's alive.
I would have got 6, 7, 8 shots. 2, 4, 6.
Watch him die for my hubris.
Count it. 1 hit. I wound you once at
Okay.
-1.
Okay, so I do take a wound.
On the way.
But then yes, so then at that point I would then go to there,
Yeah.
and that is that. So that is the end of the charge phase,
Cool.
and then the fight phase. So what we'll do is we'll start with the Librarian whilst we're on that topic, and he's just going to skirt round to here to avoid being attacked by them. Although they can pile into him,
Yes.
because they have been declared the charge. So hopefully I can kill the Homunculus before it all goes horribly wrong. Okay, so we do hit 4 times because we do get the +1 because we're in the Tactical Doctrine and we are Raven Guard. We are winning on 4s. We have only done 1 win. It's
dear.
failed miserably.
Oh dear. I make the save as well. Smoke one in front, Chef. Chef, is everything okay? Is everything okay, Chef?
Okay, let's move to happier times. The Lieutenant into this venom here. Chef may have said some things to me off camera there.
There.
They're upset with me.
I just upset with this game. I'm rolling like a dog.
Yeah.
3 wounds, no minuses.
That's 1 save, 2 black heart. Yep, that's another 2 wounds down. I have 3 wounds left on that venom. I'm fully expecting the destruction of the venom with these Reavers now.
Alright, well I'm just going to pile them in, we'll do that off camera.
Okay, we got a lot of attacks here, around 40 in fact, all on this venom. If it survives, it will be incredible.
Well, stranger things have happened.
Indeed.
Okay, so this is round 1.
And to wound.
Get out of that. I'm just going to roll for the champion's extra attack here. Okay. So now we are looking for 5 to wound and rerolling 1s for the lieutenant that has appeared out of the shadows next to them. Not that it matters. Okay, that's pretty good. 8 saves, no minuses.
Okay, I'm just going to roll around here. I've already failed 3. I've got 3 wounds left.
You do.
Okay, I've got 1 wound left.
You have 2 wounds left. You just rolled a double 6. You rolled those 2.
Oh, okay.
The second match.
Don't tell me that I survived this, Chef, because that would be very silly.
Okay.
That would be that would be very silly.
So
there,
we're re-rolling the 1s. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 saves, please. Again, no minuses.
Okay, I failed 3. Did I roll that 6 and that 6, Chef? And Chef? 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 Is everything... every now and then you get one of these games.
Yep, that's right. I the last game I played against Bone was like this, but it was the other way around.
Yes.
Where it was just everything that I was rolling was obnoxious, and everything that he was rolling was just not good.
No.
It's okay. It's fine. I wasn't expecting to kill him anyway.
Really?
No.
Okay.
The Encounter.
Roll the 1 wound venom. 2 hits, that's good.
1 wound. No minus.
Power from pain. What are you snapped?
Now watch him explode and kill him because he's only got 1 wound remaining.
Okay. No, okay. Unit inside.
5 ones!
That's 4 and... Yes, okay. 1 is killed. Okay, I'll remove those, but you have destroyed a unit there.
Yay!
Right. Well, that
you've got your
concludes
attacks back.
the turn, bar my attacks. I'll just do a venom hitting your lieutenant.
Yep.
1 hit. No wounds. And then we've got the Talos into your Librarian.
Yes, because they get to pile in.
Thonk. Thonk.
Oh no, you need to get...
So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 attacks. No minus this time. Okay. And we are strength 7. So 3s.
Rerolling 1s for
yes.
the Kronos. Okay.
Okay, just as well. 1, 2, 3,
6.
4, 5, 6 wounds.
Alright, so I've only got 4 wounds remaining. Oh yeah, he's super dead.
He's super dead. Okay, Librarian is slain. Ouch!
Okay.
Okay, that concludes the turn. I will remove that venom and put the unit out in just a moment.
I've got them ready for you all.
Lovely.
But cards.
Cards. What did you get?
So, I got sap their resources
Okay.
because I am controlling both of the ones in your objective.
Yes.
In your deployment zone. So that's D3, which
Yep.
is cool. Behind enemy lines, I have 1, I have 2, and I have the lieutenant who is completely within. So that's
Yep.
another D3.
Lovely. So that's 2d3 there.
And that one was defend of objective 4. It was just so I could discard it.
Sure. Okay, fair enough.
So, ideally,
He needs big numbers here. He gets 3.
okay, it is turn 3 now. I have not much left on the board. So we will do, of course, our disruptive tactics. The first card is Pain in all of its forms. The second card is No Prisoners. And the final card is Hold the Line. So, Pain in all of its forms is destroy an enemy unit in the shooting and the fight phase, and if it was 2 units it's D3, and if it was at least 1 by a Cabal, Witch and Homunculus it's D3. Okay, so that can only score D3. No Prisoners can score D3 plus 3. Now, this obviously won't happen until turn 4, so really, there probably won't be much left anyway. So, I mean, you can keep Hold the Line. That can just go back on there, because again, it's kind of moot and it's at 1 point. Pain in all of its forms, you need to kill something in the shooting and the fight, and it's at least 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that, because that's 1 point and requires a lot of jiggery pokery. No prisoners can go at the bottom for what it's worth. There you go.
Okay.
And what cards are you actually playing?
1 hidden card,
Okay.
1 Kingslayer,
Okay.
and 1 There Is No Escape.
Which is 1
Destroy a unit on a terrain piece.
Okay, of which you've got that lieutenant over there, the Reavers, and the lieutenant over there. Okay! As we say, this could probably just be a mop-up turn, really, at this stage. I've just not been able to crack the firepower, and some judicious luck has not been on my side. But we'll be right back. Let's see what the Drukhari do in their movement phase. The Drukhari movement phase has been completed. The Talos are on the hunt for my chapter... Well, not my chapter master, my captain. Maybe I should have taken a chapter master. Perhaps this is punishment. How dare I break the chain and the norm? Ridiculous. Trying to do fun stuff. Lawrence. Over here, this Talos, which I just could not get rid of, has come looking for my lieutenant over here. The Spider and his Dracon have come round the corner blisteringly fast. Perhaps the Reavers were unprepared, and they are looking to shoot at my lieutenant here.
Just gonna pull this back out.
Yeah, I mean, that would... I figured that's what you were going to do. Yeah. So they have fallen back out of there. So the Spider is unable to shoot at the lieutenant, but his Dracon can, because they are closer. Problems indeed. Over here, the Castle of Ravagers has continued their... They're just kind of bobbing along, just doing their little thing, wiping out my units left, right and centre. It's not very fun, it's not very nice. They have come over here to deal with these Reavers that have dared to try and sneak up upon the Drukhari, and the Venoms have turned around in order to help finish the job. And of course, we have the homunculus, stubborn, defiant, still not dead somehow from just I imagine just these bolt rounds going into him, and he's just like, something interesting to experiment with.
Yeah,
later.
he's a freak.
He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
Much like you.
Yeah.
The Venom into the Reavers.
That's 5 wounds.
5 wounds there. Okay, just give us dice.
Oh. I see.
I'm glad I had that 2-up cover save, right? Over to the crew of this Venom, everything into the Reavers, starting with the Splinter Rifles.
5 wounds.
Remember, everyone, that the last game that Spider used the Drukhari against the Space Marines? Poison's terrible. Poison's rubbish. Doesn't
really
wound
bad.
anything.
It was really bad in that game.
And it also was bad in that game. Okay, so we're back to averages for me. The Blaster.
Blaster.
Hits. Wounds. 6-up save. No, so the 1 on 1 wound is slain. Doesn't matter about the damage. Do we know what we're doing next?
Yes, the Dracon's blast pistol will go into your lieutenant.
Excellent. Double 1. A 1.
I will use the CP to re-roll that.
I vect you.
You can't. That is all.
Okay. 6-up save.
Yeah.
Okay. The damage. He takes 3 wounds.
Okay.
He's down to 2 wounds remaining, I believe, but I will double check him later. Do you know what you're doing now?
Yes. Then we will fire this unit over here.
Mm-hmm.
Rapid fire rifles into your...
Okay.
3 hits. 3 wounds.
Okay. Yep, he is dead because I rolled a 1. We also forgot to roll for the Haywire Grenade, or the Haywire Bomb.
Because I've moved over.
So that would be on the Talos that moved over them. The infantry inside this Venom we have moved incredibly swiftly on into the Reavers.
Oh.
Okay, 6 wounds is it?
No, it's just 4.
Oh, just. One has taken a wound, very good. The Blaster hits and doesn't wound, okay.
And then the other unit?
The other unit, same targets. Okay, we've averaged out a little bit now.
Yes.
Okay.
1 wound.
Only the 1 wound.
Kills 1.
Still manages to kill 1. Do you Blaster?
Blaster.
Okay.
Inevitable.
Now the Venom itself.
is 4 wounds.
4 wounds there on the Reavers. Okay, another one is
Another.
killed. Do you want to go straight on to the next Venom?
Yeah, we'll do the other one.
Okay.
That is 2 wounds. You've got to fail both now. Eh?
That's basically what I'm thinking. Oh! I saw it!
Yeah.
The Talos now, the haywire into the captain.
That's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 shots.
9 shots there, okay.
Four wounds at -1.
-1, right. He is fine! Actually, no, wait, this one is definitely cocked, everyone. Okay, that's what I get for, that's what I get for that. Now, his pistol into a Reaver. It's a hit. It is a wound. A 6-up save. Yay! Huzzah!
Okay, Ravagers then.
Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting about them.
Ravager.
Just when you think it's all over.
9 shots. 2 rolling ones here. This is not very nice, is it, Chef? Then, oh, okay. Well, that's just, it's only 6 wounds.
6 wounds.
Yeah.
6 wounds out of 9 shots, freezing free. I'm just trying to work out the maths in my head. That six wounds out of 9 shots is not the averages, like at all. 6s. Okay, that's 6 dead.
That's 6 dead.
Okay,
Chef.
proceed with the second Ravager, please. Don't even, just leave them there. Just roll your dice, please.
Well, the thing is,
Roll your dice,
I'm going to
please.
split some fire now. I'll do 1 gun at that.
Yep.
And I'll do 2 guns at them.
Okay.
See? So 1 gun at the 2. 3 hits. 2 wounds, 1 for each of them.
Okay, so 6 is hit. They are slain. They would have been slain even if there was no minus.
And then 2 guns at the fresh reveal. See?
Indeed.
Oh, that's 4 wounds there, Chef.
4 wounds, okay,
Minus
so
3.
5's here for cover, of which I've saved not a single one, so 4 will be removed shortly. Do the last Ravager, come on now. We know where it's going.
That's right, just fire.
Of course.
8, 6, 9. I have a feeling these Reavers might be in trouble there, Chef.
Probably.
I have a feeling they might be in trouble. Rerolling the 1s there, and that's a cocked die.
Okay.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds.
5 wounds. I save 4,
so
but that is still
that's
8 in
8
total kill,
kills.
which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to finish off the shooting phase with the haywire into the lieutenant.
3 shots. 2 hits.
Okay.
2
2
wounds.
wounds there.
-1.
I save them both.
Great.
Shall we go straight into the charge phase?
Yes. Okay, the Dracon will charge your lieutenant in here.
Okay, the Dracon, you say. I'm going to throw a crack grenade at his face. I miss.
I charge.
Okay, very good.
The Spider will charge you.
Okay,
He makes it.
on an 8. Oh yes, absolutely. What next?
Then the Talos will charge your lieutenant.
Over here. Okay, so we've got Ex Tenebris here. We'll re-roll the 1 because it's a bolt weapon. Okay, doesn't matter. The charge. That's a 6, and it doesn't matter what the other one is. You were only like 4 inches away. And then I presume we're going over to these guys here. Can they actually make the charge?
Can you make the charge? I think we've got Eager to Flay on.
Well, you do have Eager to Flay. I just mean, are you able to roll? Are you able to get there?
No idea. Oh,
I mean, no, because you need to go down.
that's true.
Because remember,
Let's
even
just
though
see how far we need to go. Well, I think I do need a full 11. I think
you need an 11.
Well,
Okay.
I'm something like that.
Sure.
I'll measure accurately in a moment.
Okay, so it's definitely
So
not
they
that.
fail the
I'll
charge.
just do his shot quickly. No. Okay, with that then, we do have a quick fight phase to do over on the lieutenant.
The Spider will attack you first.
That makes sense to me.
3, 6, 7 attacks. 2s. He hits you all the times. 4s.
4s
re-rolling. That is 4 wounds at -3.
Okay, so 6 is here. No, he is dead. That's one over there, and then over here.
6 attacks. That's that many hits.
Yeah. Priest wound hit.
Ouch. That's 5 wounds there, Chef.
So 5 up saves. No, he is also slain because he does not have 6. He doesn't have 7 wounds, rather. With that, I have a captain left alive and a unit of infiltrators.
Okay.
And I'm already 2 points behind.
So I got There's No Escape.
That's 1 point.
Then, well, that's not revealed yet, and I've got Kingslayer and this in play. So I actually only score a point this time.
Okay. Well, it's not over, everyone. I have a cunning plan.
You do?
I have a cunning plan, but we'll have to see if it actually works.
It's your it's your turn 3 there, Chef.
Okay,
I want to see this play.
Okay, look, it's probably not gonna help me win the game, but if it pays off, it will be pretty hilarious.
Okay.
So the cards for you to choose to put back into my deck in some capacity. I mean, quite frankly, does it matter?
No, because you literally cannot get to even these 2 objectives here.
Well, I'm on objective 6.
Oh, that's true. Well, I'll put that into the bottom of your deck.
Yeah, there you go. Does it matter what order you want those in?
I really don't care.
Okay, so here we go. Are you prepared for a chef special?
I'm waiting for this. Very
Okay.
excited about it.
A mystery card.
Okay.
Then we have defend objective 2, so I can discard it. And then we have priority orders received with overwhelming firepower.
Okay. So who are you going to try and kill? The homunculus.
So I've moved back over here.
Okay.
I'm just going to do his advance roll as well, so he can just really just make sure he gets away, so a little bit further, because it's an assault weapon. We're just going to stay over there with those infiltrators. There's not really much else for them to do.
Yes.
We've basically got a single shot to do on the homunculus.
Okay, let's do it. I'm waiting.
Well, I can re-roll that for myself. It's a hit.
Oh, a minute. If you roll one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Falls to wound because we're still in tactical doctrine. That is a wound.
Okay.
You have a 5 up in there. 4 up in there. It is 4 damage.
I will use the CP to re-roll it. My last CP, in fact.
It is 4 damage.
Okay. We will now have to roll a single power campaign.
It's a special! That's 4 victory points.
All right, you've done well there.
That's my turn.
So how many points do you have to?
Well, I don't want you to be alarmed now, but I'm on 12. I'm winning.
And I got 11.
I'm winning the game.
Shall we-
And the game ends there. You may concede now. Thank you very much for playing. Let's talk about it in the wrap-up.
I'm here to accept your surrender.
Unfortunately, I've just defended objective 1.
Damn it!
It is turn 4. I'm still in the game.
So it's 13 points to me, 12 points to you.
Okay, I'm still in the game.
Okay.
What do we have for the tactical nonsense to get rid of? Okay, so take them alive, which is if one enemy infantry unit was destroyed during the fight phase. And if it was a character, it's D3. Defend objective 3, which is that one over there, I think. I think that's 3 over there. Oh no, 3 is that one there.
Yep.
And secure objective 4, which is that one there. Okay, so secure objective 4 can go at the bottom. And then we're going to put defend objective 3. We're going to do take them alive, then defend objective 3.
Great.
Okay, and then the cards that you have, you already have Kingslayer in play. What other ones are you adding to
I'm
that?
going to do hold the line, and I'm going to do assassinate.
Okay, we'll be right back. Still in the game. Shooting phase for the Drukhari.
Right.
Shooting phase for the Drukhari. What are we starting with?
Haywire into your commander.
Okay, here we go.
4d3 shots. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots.
Okay.
Okay.
4 hits. Another 3 wounds at -1, sir.
Wounds -1. I'm fine.
Cool.
I care not.
Right, this Ravager here is going to fire at your infantry here.
Oh yeah, you're
definitely
in range.
Okay, so 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Re-rolling ones again. And then... Okay, oh my goodness gracious me, that's 7 wounds. You need 7 6-up saves. Chef.
Still in the game. No, I'm not.
Okay.
They are
They're
completely
destroyed.
deleted.
Right, now the other since you have 1 model left, the other Ravagers are now going to fire at your commander.
Okay.
3, 6, 9. Rerolling ones. And then 3s. Rerolling ones. That's 7 wounds.
Okay.
You do get 5 up.
Excuse me, I have a 4-up inbound.
Oh, of course, you're a captain,
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me. There's 7, isn't it? Help me at home, everyone. Oh no, he's dead.
He's dead there, Chef.
Okay, fine. I'm not in the game anymore. You win. Never let me have any fun.
I just wanted to bring a fun list.
What? So did I. No, I apologise for that, everyone.
It's how it goes.
I thought I have to admit I just completely overcompensated there. Because I just went, I did. Yeah, I was like, you're bringing Space Marines. Okay, let's do this then. Let's do this.
Look, I mean,
what can I say? Like, I just bought too many guns.
I mean, this is not a case of that. You know, what else were you going to bring?
Well, also we have to caveat this. I played Marines with you using Marines twice now, and they were both Tactica games, weren't they? And
That's true.
Last
Yes.
last 2 times I've played you using Marines when I've used Drukhari, and you've bought pretty nasty, well, very nasty Marine lists. And I just found in both those games my poison was doing absolutely nothing. So I sort of went into it with this game thinking, oh well, he's probably going to make all his 2-up saves. Everyone's going to be in cover, you know. But actually,
No.
Because I killed those eliminators so easily in turn 1. I think obviously going to first didn't help either.
Yeah, I mean, that is unfortunately just the nature of 40k. Is turn 1 is so powerful, and especially for a Raven Guard army that it. Yeah, let's be fair. It wasn't a serious game. It wasn't a serious list. I just wanted to run a bunch of stuff because it was cool, and it looked so awesome.
Well, we need to do the game again properly, but against an army which isn't quite as nasty.
But then it's still a tough one to balance Marines, I think.
Well, it is,
Even
because the
with
minute you said Marines, it's like, okay.
Even with the changes to doctrines, and I can't infiltrate Centurions, and I wasn't going to do that in this list anyway. Yeah. It's still kind of like
the Reavers.
Okay,
Reavers were just dead.
Yeah, Reavers are they're so poo. Yeah. I was saying off screen, really. If you wanted to, if you wanted to go in on that kind of list, and I would certainly run that list again because it was a lot of fun and it looked awesome on the tabletop. And I love all that sort of shenanigans that you can do with Raven Guard. You drop the Reavers, that's 400 points there, immediately.
That was another Invictor Warsuit.
That's another Invictor Warsuit for the free. You then run 2 units of suppressors, which again, obviously we don't have, guys. And then you would max out one of the units of incursors. With those points, I think that is that's about right. Points-wise, I think roughly. So I mean, again, it's not massively effective, but an Invictor and 5 more incursors and 6 suppressors all on the board turn 1. You're not waiting for those Reavers to arrive.
It's a lot more firepower.
Even having the Reavers and just not having them with carbines, I think would have certainly helped, because then they would have been on the board, and that's 40 extra shots. And you saw that the bolt fire, just from a couple of squads, was doing some damage to the Venoms. Yeah. But now adding in another 40, you kind of go, okay, like I could probably have killed, at least another Venom or 2, which would have helped mitigate the firepower and the speed of it, because it's the fact that you've got the Warriors inside, and obviously the Warriors are super fragile, but they just go, well, we're in rapid fire now, we've mitigated all of the downside that we have. And also the suppressors would have helped in finishing them off, potentially wounding some Ravagers. Did I make some tactical misplays? Of course I did. Let's not talk about that. We'll ignore that. Look, I mean, knowing that I was not eligible to go first, really what I should have done was go all in on one flank. And just played a bit more defensively, because obviously his Talos have to come towards me anyway.
Yeah, because there are a lot of things out in the open which I could see.
But then, to be fair, there wasn't a huge amount of.
But if you'd hidden everything in like a corner, then you wouldn't have had any board control either.
Exactly. So it's
like
it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But I mean, that's and again, it's kind of the board control and being able to be mid-board turn, before turn one is the strength of that kind of army. It's just obviously the downside is if you don't go first, you're suddenly. You either play defensively and then you're paying points for something that you're not doing, which means you would have been better off just taking intercessors, or you kind of go, right, well now I'm out in the open and I can be shot. But I mean, like I said, I'd run that list again. It was a lot of fun.
We just need to change the batter of the list that it's facing. For me, the highlight of the game was when you deployed your bomb.
I didn't even get to show off the bombs.
No.
Well.
You did deploy one bomb.
Oh well.
And I even moved over it deliberately, knowing that it would activate. It's like, that's going to be cool.
It'd be cool. We get to see. I think that was the. Like you say, sometimes you do just get some of those games where all the tactics and all the sort of the discussion of the game cannot take away from the fact that I was rolling 1s on 2-up saves, and you were getting 5 wounds out of 6 hits on 4s to wound. Yes. So you were rolling well. I wasn't rolling well. You had the advantage of the attacker. I did make some misplays. Sometimes that's how those games go. Yeah. What can you do? You can just do it again and just have fun. It's a game. It is a game. And I achieved a chef special, which means I'm happy.
You did. You did assassinate the homunculus,
which is cool.
So there's a bit of a grudge there now. The spider would be very displeased with that.
Any Maelstrom game where I can do some nonsense ganky stuff like that, I'm happy.
Well, on that note, well done, Chef. You did achieve that mission at least. We'll be back with another battle report.
Maybe that was my mission all along.
Yes, just to kill the homunculus. There's a bit of a narrative forming here, I think. Yeah, the Obsidian Dragons might have to pay for that.
Basically, I won.
Yeah. So until next time,
that's all there is to it.
This has been Tabletop Tactics. We'll see you soon.